What's up, guys? How's it going? It is Matt here. We're going to be talking about a little bit of a mindset. This goes to concealed carry and open carry. With recent events, this is kind of an important lesson you guys should, think about, something you should, take in consideration if you decide to go and carry a firearm. All right. So let's get into it. Now, before we get to the actual topic, a quick little heads up, guys. We just broke the 20,000 subscriber mark. A couple days ago, we broke the 20,000 subscriber mark. We've come a long way. This channel has come a long way, and it's really cool. So you guys are giving this channel some great support. The patrons, you guys are out there. You help support this channel, and all the people that keep coming back for the videos. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I never expected this channel to go to where it is right now, and who knows what it'll be in another year or so. So maybe when I get to 30,000, we'll do a giveaway. So anyway, guys, once again, thanks for subscribing and giving me the thumbs up and all that other good stuff. Now, moving on to the actual topic about mindset. All right. So when it comes to mindset, I did a video on this a long time ago. When you're carrying a firearm, there's a lot of things you have to take in consideration. It's not all about the training. It's not all about the holster. It's not about the equipment that you're using. 90% of the important parts when it comes to concealed carry or open carry is your mindset. Now, when it comes to concealed carry, about 99% of the time, probably about almost 99% of people that carry, I'm not a mathematician, so quote me if I'm wrong, will never actually find themselves in a defensive situation where they'll have to go to their firearm to defend themselves. Most of the time, you're just running about your everyday life, making decisions, running the groceries, just walking around your everyday life, driving around. That's pretty much what concealed carry is. And you're just there to defend yourself in case a bad thing does happen, or defend yourself and defend your family. One of the biggest mistakes that I've seen people do is the second they put that gun on them, their mindset changes. And they're no longer the passive type of person that you should be, and they start becoming an aggressor, some sort of form of aggressor. Now, we all know that there was a recent shooting where a kid who was 17 years old had to defend himself with his AR-15, and he had to use lethal force, otherwise they were going to kill him. And he used lethal force, and he killed 2 people and seriously injured another person. Everything he did was 100% justified when it came to the actual defensive situation. They arrested him. They're going through the process of, what's going to be, they won't be able to get him for first-degree murder. He didn't have intent to go out there and do this stuff. He literally had to defend himself, and all the videos show it. However, he lived in another state. Now, I don't know about the laws between the states out there, but he lived in another state. He was 17 years old, and he decided to go to another state at 17 years old and open carry AR-15 and put himself in a bad situation where he had to use his AR-15 to defend himself. Now, I'm not saying you can't be out there and be a patriot. I'm not saying you can't be out there to help, defend your communities. But there's a thin line when it comes to situations like this. Now, some of the people in the comments will probably be angry about this. Oh, he was a true patriot. And I've seen all kinds of people going back and forth. You think about this stuff objectively. You think about this stuff with common sense, okay? 100% with common sense. Most people are not allowed to own a firearm until they're 18 years old, all right? I don't know every state law, but that's how it is, 18 years old. I don't know what the concealed carry or the open carry laws are when it comes to a long gun in a lot of different states. But 1, he was 17 years old. 2, he lived in another state. And 3, he decided to join the militias to try to help defend public businesses. Now, I get why they're doing it, but the defunding the police, someone has to protect these businesses, and it requires patriots that are willing to stand up and do it. But he was from a different state. He was underage when it came to carrying, when you think about the firearms. And he put himself in a couple bad situations where he had to use his firearm. Now, I'm not saying that he won't get, his stuff wasn't justified. I'm not saying that at all. He legitimately defended his life. If he didn't act the way he did, one person pulled a gun on him, another one was trying to bash his head. If he didn't defend himself, he might not be here today, right? He might not be here today. But when it comes to mindset as a firearms carrier, whether it's open or concealed carry, you have to have this mindset. This mindset. This is how you look at it. If you're walking through a city, it's the middle of the night, and you see a really dark alley where you know for a fact that there's been a lot of different things that have happened, or violent crimes that happen in that alley, and you're not carrying a gun, you definitely won't go down that alley, right? There's no way in heck you go, I'm not going down that alley. Are you crazy? Bad things happen to people down that alley. There's no way I'm going down that alley because I'm not armed. Well, on the flip side, if you are armed and you're walking through that same exact city and you know that's that bad alley, that all those bad things happen, violent crimes happen, that does not justify you to now go down there. You can't now, because all of a sudden you're carrying a gun. Oh, I'm carrying a gun now, so now I can go down that alley. No, you still avoid that alley. Now, when it comes to mindset, guys, you have to remember this. Lethal force is only authorized if you have no other means. All other means have failed, and your life or the lives of others are being threatened. Only then can you use lethal force. Only then is your lethal force justified. You cannot personally, just because now all of a sudden you have a gun on you, and I'm not saying this kid was a bad kid, don't get me wrong at all, but now because you have a firearm on you doesn't mean that you can do those things that you wouldn't do when you are carrying a firearm. You need to live your life smart, all right? Don't put yourselves or your families in a situation where you will have to scare the crap out of them and use lethal force to protect them. If there's a riot going down in a certain area that I know there's a riot going on, I will not go within a mile of that area, within 2 miles of that area. I will avoid those areas because I don't want to have to end up putting myself in a situation that will put my lives and my family's lives at risk. I will avoid that at all costs, right? If a hurricane is coming and they tell you to leave, right? Don't just stay there. I'm just going to ride it out. If they're telling you to leave because it's going to be devastating, you need to leave, right? You need to make those decisions. You got to make those decisions to defend not just yourself, but defend your family, all right? So keep that in mind when it comes to the mindset of firearms, guys, especially concealed carry, open carry, however you want to do it. If it's a bad decision when you're not armed, it's still a bad decision when you are armed. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about me. And remember, it's our responsibility to take care of each other and protect each other. Peace.